Hello everyone, how are you? We're doing musings from the car. The car's a great place. We're stationary, so don't worry, health and safety. I'm not driving and talking at the same time. Sometimes the car is a great place to think. I find that the car gives me that space away from things to contemplate, to reflect, and to allow a process of understanding, unraveling. And my son's at karate and I was just watching him, and I popped out to the car to just reflect a little bit before my class tonight, the first one on the sacred sexuality. And I was sat thinking, and what I was thinking about, what really came through, and it's been coming through a lot recently, is that we are all here to be of service. Now, sometimes I find that hard. Sometimes I find this huge resistance in me to that. Sometimes it's really easy. But ultimately, there's this feeling, this movement, this desire to be of service, because that's why we're here. And I really feel like part of my mission is to be of service to the earth. It's to be a voice for the earth. Now, I know the earth has many voices and many people to be that voice. But I really feel like that's part of my mission, is to be a voice for the earth, for the depths of the earth, for the core of the earth. And for the plants and the mushrooms. But also to be a voice for myself and to help others be that voice for themselves. So this is where I have this thing with service, okay? So I really want to be of service, but I also know that within that I have to be of service to myself and service to my family. And I have to have that energy to do that. And sometimes my nature has always been give. Oh my God, I'm burnt out. I can't give anymore. I can't cope with my children. I can't cope with anything. Well, not cope, that's not the right word. I can cope. But it's that when you're giving from that, you've given too much, and then the slightest thing is like, ah. So I've been working for many moons on that process. So I don't overgive and not give enough to myself. That's the balance, isn't it? We have to learn how to give to ourselves. And yes, when we're of service, there is a beautiful divine play that happens where it is reciprocated and we are rewarded and there is a flow. But sometimes people give from a space of giving for, what's the word I'm looking for? For acknowledgement. And then it's quite draining. And then it's not that free giving. And I think it's that free giving that allows us to have that open channel to receive. We don't want to give because we are lacking and we need to make up for it by giving. We want to give because we feel the divine flowing through us and the divine is moving us to give. I think that's a really subtle difference. And when we connect into our true nature, that is very much a giving one, but we have to know when to rest, when to recharge, when to draw in and have that time. So this last week, I was a lot more still. I didn't want to do so much. I didn't have the energy. I didn't have those reserves. And I knew I needed to stop. So I did. I stopped and listened as much as I could with having 3 children and working. But that's the joy of having your own business, is that time when you can pull back a little bit and then you know you're going to have to go. So this week is a lot more go because we've got Vegan Life Live coming up and other things. So it is that flow and that balance. And not fighting against what nature wants, which is the rest, the in-breath and the out-breath. And I'm really feeling that as I prepare for this Sacred Sexuality course. I'm really feeling that flow, the connection as I prepare the course, modules, the content for each week, I can really feel myself deepening into that space of the balance, the stillness, beyond all of it, beyond the noise, beyond everything. That central channel, coming into that. And that's a really beautiful thing, that we can return to that space. So one of the things I think is really important is that we look, how can I be of service to myself and to those around me? How can I be of greater service to the divine in whatever form you want to view the divine? How can I serve for the highest good? So something to think about on a grey, cloudy Monday. Lots of love.